I always needed time on my own. I never thought I need you there when I cry. And the days feel like years when I'm alone. And the bed where you lie is made up on your side. When you walk away, I count the steps that you take. Do you see how much I need you right now? When you're gone, the pieces of my heart are missing you. When you're gone, the face I came to know is missing too. When you're gone, all the words I need to hear to always get me through the day and make it okay. I miss you. I miss you. I never felt this way before. Everything that I do reminds me of you. And the clothes you left, they lie on my floor and they smell just like you. I love the things that you do. When you walk away, I count the steps that you take. Do you see how much I need you right now? When you're gone, the pieces of my heart are missing you. When you're gone, the face I came to know is missing too. When you're gone, all the words I need to hear to always get me through the day and make it okay. I miss you. I miss you. We were made for each other, out here forever. I know we were, yeah. All I ever wanted was for you to know. Everything I do, I give my heart and soul. I can hardly breathe, I need to feel you here with me. When you're gone, the pieces of my heart are missing you. When you're gone, the face I came to know is missing too. When you're gone, all the words I need to hear to always get me through the day and make it okay. I miss you. You liked us better when we begged, when we apologized for wanting more. You taught us manners before justice, taught us patience before truth. You said change comes to those who wait, while you change nothing you do. You smile while we compromise, called it progress, called it wise. But every inch we gave away just taught you how to take. You praised civility and tone while ignoring what was wrong. You heard our words, not the wounds. You counted noise, not consequence. You loved us when we stayed polite, when anger stayed out of sight. But politeness didn't stop the bleed, it just made it easier to ignore. We tried calm, we tried trust. You left us no other choice. We stopped asking nicely, stopped waiting our turn. If dignity's too much, then let bridges burn. We stopped asking nicely, hear it now. You don't get respect just by shutting us down. Not nicely. You call anger unproductive, call discomfort out of line. But nothing ever changed politely for the people left behind. You love reform that takes decades. You love plans without a date. You love hope that never arrives, as long as order stays in doesn't care about your pace. You ignored us when we whispered, so don't flinch when we shout. Volume isn't the problem, it's what we're talking about. If being calm protects the lie, then disruption tells the truth. We stopped asking nicely. This is fact. You taught us silence gets nothing back. We stopped asking nicely. Understand we're done translating pain, so you'll hold our hand. Yeah. Say it straight, say it clear. Polite never lived here. We tried letters, we tried trust, we tried faith in fair enough. We tried playing by your rules, we tried believing you would too. But rules bend for those in charge and snap for those already scarred. So we stopped confusing grace with letting you keep the pace. This isn't rage without a mind. This is memory refined. This is knowing history shows nothing moves till pressure grows. You don't get change from asking please. You get it when the balance shifts. When enough people stand and say no more later, not this way. We stopped asking nicely. Look around. This is what awake sounds like now. We stopped asking nicely. This is done. You don't own the future of everyone. We stopped asking nicely. Hear the truth. If change scares you, it's aimed at you. You look at me like you've got me figured out, like I'm just another girl you talk about. You say calm down, don't be so loud, but you never hear me when I'm proud. I wear my heart like it's ripped and torn, still standing tall though I've been warned. I don't fit in your picture frame. I don't play nice, I don't play safe. I laugh too loud, I feel too much, I fall too fast, I mess things up. But I'm done pretending I'm okay, just to make you wanna stay. You want me quiet, you want me sweet, but that was You still talk like you know me, like I never changed at all. You still frame me in your stories, like I'm waiting for your call. You say my name like it's yours, like I didn't close that door. You remember what you want, forget the reasons that I'm gone. I was quiet, I was small, I was scared of losing all, but I grew a spine and voice. I finally made my choice. You miss the girl who stayed in line, she doesn't live here anymore. I'm still not your girl, I'm not who you remember. I don't shrink, I don't wait for your half-hearted surrender. I'm still not your girl, don't say you almost tried. I walked out of your shadow, and I'm done apologizing. Done apologizing. You loved me best when I was unsure, when I needed you to feel secure, when my fire was something you could tame, when I carried all the blame. But love's not leverage, love's not fear. It doesn't disappear when things aren't clear. If you needed me to stay the same, then you never loved my name. I won't rewrite who I became just to fit inside your frame. If growing scared you away, then you were never meant to stay. You want closure, want control. I want my life back, body and soul. I'm not your girl, I won't play pretend. You don't get my silence just because you miss me then. I'm still not your girl, I won't play pretend. You don't get my silence just because you miss me then. I'm still not your girl, I won't fade away. I learned the hard way why I couldn't stay. You don't miss me, you miss control, you miss the parts you could own. I hope you find what you were chasing, I just won't be the destination. I don't hate you, I just know what it cost me to stay too close. I forgive you, not for you, but so I can finally move. This is me reclaiming ground. This is growth, this is sound. I'm still not your girl, say it one more time. I don't belong to your past, I belong to my life. I'm still not your girl, and I'm finally free. If you're looking for the old me, she's not me. I'm still not your girl, I won't break again. I chose myself, and I do it again. Still not again. Not anymore. Pieces of thoughts scattered like leaves. Wind carries whispers of what I believe. I step softly through the echoes of my mind, searching for a spark I thought I'd never find. Flash, flash, images collide. I tumble, I spin, nowhere to hide. Moments fracture, seconds break. I inhale, exhale for my own sake. I rise, I fall, I stand. feel learned. I don't know where I fit in this shape they expect. I try every version, still feel incorrect. I don't know where I fit. Say it's true, every place feels temporary, even when I stay too. Stay too. They say you'll find your people, like it's a guaranteed thing. But what if I keep changing every time I try to cling? I'm not lost in direction, I'm lost in translation. I don't know how to compress myself into their conversations. I feel split between extremes, too deep or too detached. I don't know how to be casual without feeling fake. That I'm always close to connection, but never inside the frame. Like I'm invited to the picture, but cropped out of the name. If belonging is a puzzle, what if I'm not a piece? I don't know where I fit, not yet. I keep bending myself till I forget. I don't know where I fit, but I see I don't have to disappear to be. No role, no script, just me, unplaced. Maybe fitting isn't finding a space, maybe it's making one. Maybe identity isn't discovered, maybe it's slowly done. Maybe I don't need a category to justify my weight. Maybe being undefined isn't something to escape. I'm tired of asking tuition to exist as I am. If there's no place that feels like home, I'll learn how to stand. I don't know where I fit, but I'm here. I won't erase myself out of fear. I don't know where I fit, still I choose to stay intact instead of approved. I don't know where I fit, that's okay. I'd rather be unfinished than fade away. I'm still looking, but I'm still me. He was a boy, she was a girl. Can I make it any more obvious? He was a punk, she did ballet. What more can I say? He wanted her, she'd never tell. Secretly, she wanted him as well. And all of her friends stuck up their nose. They had a problem with his baggy clothes. He was a skater boy, she said, see you later, boy. He wasn't good enough for her. She had a pretty face, but it was up his face. She needed to come back down to earth. Down to earth. 5 years from now, she sits at home feeding the baby. She's all alone. She turns on TV, and guess who she sees? Skater boy rocking up MTV. She calls up her friends, they already know, and they've all got tickets to see his show. She taxes along, stands in the crowd, looks up at the man that she turned down. He was a skater boy, she said, see you later, boy. He wasn't good enough for her, now he's a superstar, slamming on his guitar. Does your pretty face see what hate's worth? He was a skater boy, she said, see you later, boy. He wasn't good enough for her, now he's a superstar, slamming on his guitar. Does your pretty face see what hate's worth? Sorry, girl, but you missed out. Well, tough luck, that boy's mine now. We are more than just good friends. This is how the see you later, boy. I'll be backstage after the show. I'll be at the studio singing the song we wrote about a girl you used to know. Sk8er Boi, I said see you later, boy. I'll be backstage after the show. I'll be at the studio singing the song we wrote about a girl you used to know. He was a skater boy, she said see you later, boy. He wasn't good enough for her. Now he's a superstar, slamming on his guitar. Does your pretty face see what hate's worth? You stamped your name on our lives like ownership was justified. You act like power's permanent, like we were born to consent. You talk tradition, talk control, like history owes you our souls. You tell us this is how it's done, like repetition makes it right. You inherit broken systems, then defend them with your life. You confuse authority with truth, confuse position with proof. But titles don't create respect, they just make distance easier to forget. You say we belong to the rules, you say the rules belong to us. We were never yours, never owned. We're not property, we're not controlled. We were never yours. Hear it clear, you don't get our lives just because you're here. Never yours. You monetize obedience, call it stability. You punish deviation, then preach responsibility. You say follow the chain like it's natural law, but chains don't disappear just because you rename them all. You fear independent thought, you fear a crowd that's learned too much. You fear the moment we realize we don't need you to organize us. You built walls around permission, made us beg to coexist. But we learned survival doesn't mean asking first to resist. If freedom threatens your design, then your design was built to fail. We were never yours, not tonight. We won't shrink to keep you right. We were never yours, this is fact. You lost control the moment we snapped back. called it peace, we called it quiet panic. You called it order, we called it holding our breath. You didn't need to threaten us, you just normalized the weight. You let injustice age in place till outrage learned to hesitate. You taught us how to lower our eyes, how to soften every line. You framed survival as success as long as nothing challenged you. You rewarded patience, punished heat, praised the calm, erased the grief. You said not now, you said be smart while tearing futures apart. You love silence when it's not yours. You love calm you can enforce, but silence isn't neutral ground. It's pressure with the volume down. You waited for us to forget. We remember instead. We broke the silence first, so don't act surprised when the quiet you built starts fighting back. We broke the silence first. Hear the sound. You don't control the narrative now. First, you called awareness overreaction, called patterns coincidence. You taught us how to doubt ourselves more than the ones in dominance. You said everyone struggles, like struggles evenly spread. You use empathy as a shield, so nothing structural bled. You delayed with committees, you softened with tone. You buried urgency under let's not be alone. You waited for the moment we'd get tired, split, move on. You underestimated what happens when memory stays strong. If calm protects the light and noise protects the truth. We broke the silence first. This is fact. You can't rewind what's coming back. We broke the silence first. Look around. Every whisper learned how to shout. Say it clean, say it plain. Silence was never safe. We don't regret the calm we tried. We regret the time we lied to ourselves about someday while everything stayed the same. This isn't sudden, this is late. This is pressure past its date. This is choosing consequence over quiet complicity. You say disruption breaks the peace, but peace that hides abuse is just a lie with better lighting. And we learn to see through you. We broke the silence first. Say it loud. You don't get calm by shutting us down. We broke the silence first. This is real. If the truth is loud, that's how it heals. We broke the silence first. Now it's done. You don't rule the future events. Rewind. We broke it. We broke it. La da 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 ba da. La da 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 ba da. La da 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 ba da. La da 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 ba da. Went back home again. This sucks, gotta pack up and leave again. Say goodbye to all my friends. Can't say when I'll be there again. It's time now to turn around. Turn my back on everything. Turn my back on everything. Everything is changing when I turn around. All out of my control, I'm immobile. Everything is changing when I turn Everything is changing everywhere I go, all out of my control. Everything is changing everywhere I go. I know what I know, yeah, yeah. Everything is changing when I turn around, all out of my control. I'm immobile. Everything is changing out of what I know. Everywhere I go, I'm immobile. I'm to the hum of a world out of tune. Voices shouting lies under a silver moon. Every thought tangled, a storm inside. I took a step back, I refused to hide. The chaos whisper tried to claim my mind. I felt the pull of what they left behind, but I drew a line. I held my space. I wouldn't let the noise erase my place. I learned to breathe through the spinning crowd. I stand my ground, quiet but proud. I rise from the noise. I carve my voice. I take control. I make the choice. I rise from the noise. I claim my space. I move with purpose. I set my pace. I watch the world rush past. I hold my center. I will last. Every shadow tried to pull me down. Every whisper pushed to wear a frown. But I stepped into light they couldn't see. Found the strength that was always in me. I stand unmoved when the storm rages on. I take my power, I carry it strong. I rise from the noise. I hold my ground. I won't bend. I won't drown. I rise from the noise. I take control. I lead my path. I guard my soul. I let the storm crash outside. I remain untouched. I decide. The echoes fade, the pressure breaks. I move with calm through the mistakes. Every step forward is mine to claim. I hold my fire, I stake my name. I won't be pulled by the frantic tide. I rise above, I will not hide. I rise from the noise, I hold my ground. I shine steady when they spin around. I rise from the noise, I lead my way. I endure, I fight, I stay. I stand, I breathe, I rise, I remain. It's quiet now, but my head's still loud. Too many thoughts I don't say out loud. I joke like I'm fine, I laugh it off, but you see the cracks I try to lock. I don't always know how to love right perfect. I just need you here. Stay when I'm a mess, when everything disappears. Yeah, just stay. I know I'm not easy to read. I build walls like I don't need anyone close, anyone real, 'cause real love scares the hell out of me. I burned bridges, watched them fall, said I'm better off alone to all, but every road I try to run leads me back to where you're from. If I break down, lose my nerve, love me then, not after I'm cured. Stay when I'm a mess, when I don't make any sense. Stay when I'm a wreck, when my heart's on defense. I don't need saving, I don't need repair. Stay when I'm a mess, just prove you really care. If love is standing in the fire, then I'm scared, but I'm still wired. I don't know how this ends, but I know who I am with you in it. Stay when I'm a mess, when I fall apart again. Stay when I'm obsessed with the worst inside my head. If forever's just a guess, then let this be our test. Stay when I'm a mess. Stay when I'm a mess. Stay when I'm a mess. Stay, don't let go. They push and shove like it's survival. Every headline, another revival. Faces glued to screens that lie. They chase the next, but never try. I step back, I breathe, I say the chaos doesn't define me. Frozen in the flow, I hold my ground. While they race, I don't drown. Frozen in the flow, I see it all. Noise crashes, I stand tall. Every sprint is a shallow dive, trying to prove they're alive. Trading depths for flashy lights, I stay steady out of fight. They call it courage, I call it craze. I move slow, I earn my days. Frozen in the flow, I remain. I don't bend to their vain gain. Frozen in the flow, Love doesn't always come in light. Sometimes it crawls through sleepless nights. Sometimes it whispers, sometimes it lies. Sometimes it feels like choosing to survive. I loved you when it hurt to breathe, when staying costs more than leaving. I called the darkness understanding, called your silence just healing. I learned your moods, your disappearing acts, learned how to love without asking back. I wore my hope like a loaded gun, pointed at my chest, finger numb. If love is light, why did it feel like standing still while everything bled? I loved you in the shadows where nothing's clear, where fear feels honest and truth disappears. I loved you in the shadows. I stayed too long, calling pain devotion, calling wrong strong. Too long. Too long. You never asked me to bleed for you. You just let me do it too. You never said stay small. You just loved me when I felt that way. I mistook depth for despair. Thought suffering meant we were rare. I thought love that scars the most must mean something close to hope. I was loyal to your wounds, even when they cut me too. I kept choosing us at night when I should have chosen light. I was scared of empty space, so I stayed where I felt the race. I loved you in the shadows where I disappeared, where my voice went quiet so yours could be clear. I loved you in the shadows. I paid the cost. I kept calling it love while I got lost. Love shouldn't feel like so feel like should. I don't hate you, I hate who I became. Someone who begged for silence and called it grace. I don't miss you, I miss who I was before I learned to confuse fear with trust. Maybe love isn't always cruel, but I was when I stayed too long. I betrayed myself quietly just to keep us strong. I loved you in the shadows, but I won't live there now. I won't keep romanticizing how I learned to bow. I loved you in the shadows, but here's the truth. Love that needs your silence isn't love to you. I loved you in the shadows. I almost stayed, but I won't die slowly just to say your name. I choose the dark only long enough to leave it. You like me better when I'm quiet, when I don't cross the line, when I laugh it off and play along like everything's fine. I tried wearing your expectations like they fit my skin, but every time I looked in the mirror, I didn't recognize who I was in. You say relax, don't make a scene, like passion, something in between being honest should calm down. But I'd rather be a mess that's true than a perfect lie made just for you. I'm too real to fake, this is who I am. Every scar, every sound made me stronger than them. I'm too real to fake it, I won't apologize. I'm done living small just to make you feel right. Just to make you feel right. Too life's like this, that's the way it is, 'cause life's like this, that's the way it is. Chill out, what you yelling for? Lay back, it's all been done before. And if you could only let it be, you would see I like you the way you are. When we're driving in your car and you're talking to me one-on-one, but you become somebody else around everyone else. You're watching your back like you can't relax. You're trying to be cool, you look like a fool to me. Tell me, why did you have to go and make things so complicated? I see the way you're acting like you're somebody else gets me frustrated. Life's like this, you and you fall and you crawl and you break and you take what you get and you turn it into honesty. You promise me I'm never gonna find you fake yet. No, no, no. You come over unannounced, dressed up like you're something else. Where you are and where it's at, you see you're making me laugh out when you strike your pose. Take off all your preppy clothes. You know you're not fooling anyone when you become somebody else around everyone else. You're watching your back like you can't relax. You're trying to be cool, you look like a fool to me. Tell me, why did you have to go and make things so complicated? I see the way you're acting like you're somebody else gets me frustrated. Life's like this, you and you fall and you crawl and you break and you take what you get and you turn it into honesty. You promise me I'm never gonna find you fake yet. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. Chill out, what you yelling for? Lay back, it's all been done before. And if you could only let it be, you will see somebody else around everyone else. You're watching your back like you can't relax. You're trying to be cool, you look like a fool to me. Tell me, why did you have to go and make things so complicated? I see the way you're acting like you're somebody else gets me frustrated. Life's like this, you and you fall and you crawl and you break and you take what you get and you turn it into honesty. You promise me I'm never gonna find you fake yet. No, no, why did you have to go and make things so complicated? I see the way you're acting like you're somebody else gets me frustrated. Life's like this, you and you fall and you crawl and you break and you take what you get and you turn it into honesty. You promise me I'm never gonna find you fake yet. No, no, no. Life's like this, that's the way it is. They told me calm down one too many times. Like fire's a flaw, like passion's a crime. They want me softer, easier to hold, but I was never built to to be quiet, not made to behave. I didn't survive all this just to act afraid. I was not made to be quiet. Hear my voice tonight. If I burn a little brighter, that's my right. Don't call me dramatic, call me alive. I've been quiet for the comfort of others. I've been small for lovers and brothers. But every time I dim my flame, I forget my own name. I don't want peace that costs my voice. I don't want love without a choice. If being loud is how I heal, then being loud is how I feel. I was not made to be quiet. I was made to fight for every word I couldn't say, every sleepless night. I was not made to be quiet. I won't fade away. This is me unfiltered. This is me. I stay. I was not made to be quiet. Hear me now. Hear me now. Not quiet, not anymore. You taught us how to listen. You forgot we learned to hear. You didn't need chains or guns. You used routine. You used numb. You fed us comfort, cut with fear. Kept the truth just out of reach. You said obedience was smart. You said resistance tears apart. You framed submission as survival, like dignity was optional. You praised the ones who never asked, who memorized the script too fast. You punished curiosity, called it threat, called it instability. You trained us over quiet complicity. You mistook our patience for belief. You mistook our calm for peace. But peace without a voice is just violence on repeat. We learned how to disobey, and we're not unlearning now. We learned how to disobey. You should see us, look at us now. We learned how to disobey. This is growth, you lost control. The moment we learned how to disobey, and we're still here. Disobey, disobey. Are you aware of what you make me feel, baby? Right now I feel invisible to you, like I'm not real. Didn't you feel me, like my arms around you? Why'd you turn away? Here's what I have to say. Why should I care? 'Cause you weren't there when I was scared. I was so alone. You need to listen. I'm starting to trip. I'm losing my grip, and I'm in this thing alone. Am I just some chick you place beside you to take somebody's place? When you turn around, can you recognize my face? You used to love me, you used to hug me, but that wasn't the case. Everything wasn't okay. Why should I care? 'Cause you weren't there when I was scared. I was so alone. I was left to cry there, waiting outside there, grinning with a lost stare. That's when I decided, crying out loud. I'm crying out loud. Crying out loud. I'm crying out loud. Why should I care? If you don't care, then I don't care. We're not going anywhere. I was left to cry. Open up wide. I'm starting to trip. I'm losing my grip. Why should I care? 'Cause you weren't there when I was scared. I was so alone. Why should I care? 'Cause you weren't there when I was scared. I was so alone. Why should I care? If you don't care, then I don't care. We're not going anywhere. I'm tugging on my hair, I'm pulling out my clothes, I'm trying to keep my cool. I know it shows. I'm staring at my feet, my cheeks are turning red. I'm searching for the words inside my head. I'm feeling nervous, trying to be so perfect, 'cause I know you're worth it, you're worth it, yeah. If I could say what I wanna say, I'd say I wanna blow out you away, be with you every night, and let's squeeze you so tight. If I could say what I wanna say, won't do me any good. It's just a waste of time. What use is it for you? What's on my mind? If it ain't coming out, it ain't coming out. When I throw it anywhere, so why can't I just tell you that I care? 'Cause I'm feeling nervous, trying to be so perfect. 'Cause I know you're worth it, you're worth it, yeah. If I could say what I wanna say, I say I wanna blow you away. Be with you every night. Am I squeezing you too tight? If I could say what I wanna say, I wanna see you go down on one knee. Marry me today, 'cause I'm wishing my life away with these things I'll never say. What is wrong with? What's wrong with my tongue? These words keep slipping away. Stutter, I stutter, stutter, I stumble. I can't get nothing to say. Cause I'm feeling nervous, trying to be so perfect. 'Cause I know you're worth it, you're worth it, yeah. Da 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 da. 'Cause I wish in my mind far away with these things you'll never say. If I can say what I wanna say, I say I wanna blow you away. Be with you every night. Am I squeezing you too tight? If I can say what I wanna say, I wanna see you go down on one knee. Marry me today, 'cause I'm wishing my life away with these things I'll never say. Beat, break, rush, move, steps align, nothing to prove. Thoughts collide, shadows fly, I push, I leap, I clarify. Snap, flash, moments crack, I spin, I bend, I take it back. Fractured time, fragmented space, I find my center, hold my place. I rise, I flow. Pulse and rise, I claim my ground. Pulse and rise, I hear no sound. Pulse and rise, I hold current knows. Every breath deliberate deep, I take my place. I will keep, I rise, I see pulse and rise, I stand complete. Pulse and rise, I won't retreat. Pulse and rise, I move, I own. Pulse and rise, I've grown. Beat, rise, stand, breathe, flow, I remain. They said love makes you smarter, makes you calm, makes you kind. But nobody warned me it can mess with your spine. I gave you the best of me, not the polished parts, the messy scenes. I showed you the cracks in my skin, trusted you not to step in. You said forever like a joke, like promises don't have weight. I held on to every word while you were already halfway gone. I should have known by the way you stayed. 1 foot out, 1 foot away. My heart's still on fire, even when it hurts. I try to put it out, but it just burns worse. My heart's still on fire, calling your name. I hate that I still feel this, but I don't feel ashamed. Still on fire, still on fire. I know I should be over this, delete your number, cut the thread. But every song, every street still pulls your ghost out of me. You moved on like it was easy, like love's just something you drop. I stayed up stitching myself, trying to stop the clock. They say time heals everything, but time just taught me how to hide, how to smile through the burn, how to swallow my pride. I don't miss who you became, I miss who you pretended to be. My heart's still on fire, I wish it wasn't true. I've tried to drown these feelings, but they lead back to you. My heart's still on fire, I'm learning to breathe. If loving you burned me, at least it was real to me. Say it's over, say I'm free. Then why does your silence still talk to me? Maybe love isn't meant to last, maybe it's just a spark that passed. But even ashes hold some heat, even broken hearts still beat. I won't curse what almost was, I won't hate myself for trust. If this pain is what remains, I'll carry it without shame. My heart's still on fire, but I'm standing tall. I survived the fall, I survived it all.